Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the Reef. So today I cleaned out the quarantine tanks. I scrubbed the walls. I wiped everything out with vinegar, which is just your regular distilled white vinegar. And now I have a nice little, it's basically just a computer fan that will air dry everything off. After it's air dried off, anything that could be left on there, parasite or disease or anything wise from the previous occupants that were in the quarantine prior, cannot survive being dried out and having been cleaned off with vinegar. The pumps were all wiped out too. I even flowed some vinegar through them, including that little circulation pump there. Okay. So everything is clean, as it should be. Other than that, got some of that, and I'm going to start scraping out some of the sump today too. So I'll get back to you when I'm done with that. Alright, so here's the sump. So I'm going to start tackling that disaster. And there's a bunch of stuff that's in there on the bottom. Just some little detritus and gunk that needs to come out too. He's still okay. He's making good foam. I just topped off that as well. And I'll probably change out the carbon also. Got my vacuum on a MaxiJet 1200. And this is just going to drain right into a bucket and get thrown out, because I don't want any of that staying in there. Now, in the grand scheme of things, if you don't have water, or you don't feel like doing a water change at that moment, you can just plumb this into your filter sock, or have it run into a filter sock or something to catch it and just filter out whatever you're trying to get out. But that stuff is just so horrible, I just want it out of the tank. So we'll be back once that's done. Alright, well, it's mostly done. That was a pain in the ass because I couldn't get the pump for the vacuum to work. So I had to do it by hand with a credit card. But it's done. Still have more that I need to scrape off, but I can do that another day. And I can get all that gunk out of there another day too. Still some air bubbles coming through there, which is not what I want. So I have to readjust that different poly filter here, get that fixed, and then we're done. I just have to wait for that to clear up and see how we're doing. And I'll be back. All right. So the tank is mostly cleared up. I blasted a little bit more stuff off of one of the Montipora. That was looking a little upset about it. So there's still a little gunk floating around, but it's time for Star to eat. Well, Star and the others, a couple others that are left. There we go, that's what I like to see. Him being super interested in food. Then the other thing I'm going to do today is I'm going to feed the LPS coral that doesn't get, or at least the ones that don't catch any of the food, like the wall octospawn actually caught some, so he doesn't need any more than. Don't know if you can see that. No, it's not in the frame. Let me just take you off the stand here. He caught a little bit of food. He'll be good to go. wait till Scar's all the way done eating. So he doesn't quite appreciate the tool being in the water. So he's definitely a lot more active now. He's still not back to his normal, but I'm sure once he gets his new friends in, he will he'll come back to his norm. I'm gonna get the pump set for me to feed the coral, so I'll be right back. Right. The circulation pumps are off. So I want to try and get you to where you can see. You see those little tentacles on the acans? So that tells me that they are hungry and they are ready to eat. And they're willing to accept food. Now, do I have to feed them? No. Most coral are perfectly fine if you don't give them any kind of like nutritional supplement. Feeding them does speed up their growth. So if you're looking to get a little bit more growth out of them, then feeding them is the way to go. I'll give a couple. And over here. You can see the torch is ready as well. And since we already lost one head of him, I'd like to keep him happy and healthy. So he'll take a couple pellets. A couple pellets in him. The Duncan is all closed up from when I was blasting, so he's unfortunately not going to get any. It looks like that head on the bottom of the bottom acan would like some. There we go. can get some action shots of them taking the food into their mouths. No. They were all too quick. I'll wait that one if I can get an angle on him. So that's the little pellet in the middle, that little dot. Let's see if I can get the camera to go into macro. No, screw me. Okay. Okay, that's fine. But that's the little pellet. We'll take it down into his mouth and he'll eat it. As you can see, it's kind of going in. I don't know why in God's earth this is just not working. iPhone does not want to do it. Yeah, it'll do it from the side. But over here, you can see the pumps already came back on. He's got all of his pellets. He ate all of his pellets. He's still moving his, and that's why he's not as wavy. He had his. And he had his. Okay. So that's it for today. I'll feed the Gorgonian, the Duncan, tomorrow when I'm not doing things to piss him off. All right. Hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like the video, and we'll see you tomorrow. Hold on, let's end with a good picture here, phone. Thank you. So, we'll see you tomorrow.